Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for mid-July. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I'm going to be pulling a Celtic cross for you today, but as always, I'm starting off with a couple of astro oracles just to get an overview. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. That's crazy. We have Cancer and we have Pisces. Two of the three water signs. It's possible that you have these heavily in your chart, and it is also possible that you're on the cusp with Cancer. Now, Cancer talks about nurture, comfort, and protection, and Pisces talks about intimacy, intuition, and compassion. That is a lot of, it's a very soft energy. You're ruled by Mercury, Gemini. Your strength is your intellect, your wisdom, your ability to communicate and to form bonds and relationships. I feel like you prioritize that wisdom and that intellect whenever you are conversing or whenever you are forming new partnerships. Sometimes a Gemini can very, very easily disregard the heart. Cancer and Leo are known to rule the heart, and Pisces is known to rule empathy and intuition and spirituality. I feel like you are coming into this energy. You are embracing this part of you, and we're all born with it, regardless of our signs, right? There is that intuition, that sixth sense that all animals have, including us. And I feel like you are tapping into that energy now, considering the sun is in Cancer. And what is happening in Pisces? Let me check. We have Juno retrograding in Pisces. We have Vesta retrograding in Pisces. We have Neptune retrograding in Pisces up till December, by the way. So I think all of these aspects are very important for you right now, particularly Neptune retrograding in Pisces. This talks about changing your beliefs, changing your philosophy, changing your ideologies, changing how you even look at love, changing how you look at your partnerships. When Neptune goes retrograde, the rose-colored glasses come off and reality sets in. Cancer and Pisces are the most intuitive signs of the zodiac. I feel like now you are not banking on external factors as much as your internal wisdom, your internal intuition. It's also possible that you are attracting a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, someone who is very, very nurturing, very loving, and someone who feels like home. Because again, Cancer rules the fourth house. It is the house of the home. And Pisces rules the 12th house, which is the house of spirituality. There is a lot of softness coming in for you, and that's quite wonderful to see. Mercury being your ruler, you like to move very, very fast. It's a very fast-paced energy that you're born with, Gemini, and being mutable air. Both of these signs are slower, more languid. So let's see what your tarot says. Okay, that's too many. In the heart of your reading, we have the Six of Swords. What is crossing this? You're wanting to move to calmer waters. You're wanting peace. What is stopping it is the Ten of Swords. There are two Tens of Swords and two Three of Swords in this deck. And this is my favorite Ten of Swords. It doesn't talk about pain as much as wisdom, learning from that pain. You see how this aged figure is looking at an owl. They're both incredibly wise, right? And it's almost like those swords have made them wiser, looking at that logic in the face and knowing exactly what it is that you need to not repeat. I feel whatever pain it is that you have been through, Gemini, it is time for you to learn from it. Instead of letting it take over your psyche and letting it lead you to a very dark place, you're embracing this pain, you're nurturing and comforting and protecting yourself, and you're full of compassion. Not just for you, but for others as well, because that's what happens when we go through that pain as a human being, as a communal being. We start thinking about what we can do to prevent someone else feeling exactly how we did. You know what I mean? Like when someone breaks your heart, it's very natural for us to think that I would never do that to somebody. I would never make somebody else feel like that. You know, what is that? What is happening to you? You're growing, you're evolving through your compassion. That's quite wonderful. All right. What is your focus, Gemini? The Three of Wands. Some of you may be very intently focusing on travel, plain and simple. Sorry, I need a sip of coffee. You're focusing on travel, you're focusing on the future. There is a period of waiting though. I feel like you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for some kind of clarity, or you're waiting for some kind of opportunity to come knocking at your door. You see, both these cards to an extent talk about travel. You see the waves, you see the boats, you see the movement. I feel like this is where you want to be. You want to roam free, you want to fly. But at the same time, you're telling yourself, maybe it isn't time just yet. You're waiting. I don't know what it is that you are waiting for. Maybe you're waiting to complete your healing journey, and I think that is incredibly mature, because sometimes when we're in pain, we look for that Five of Swords, shortcut to success kind of energy. I just want to feel better in an instant. But this here is telling me that that languid energy that I've been talking about, you're being slow about it, you're being steady about it, you're in no rush. Very, very wise of you. All right, let's see. What was in the recent past for you? Whoa, dropped a card. The High Priestess. Why was this in the recent past? Are you ignoring your intuition, Gemini? Pisces, High Priestess. They have the same energy. There is something that you are ignoring. You see how she's holding the symbol of yin and yang, which talks about a balance of masculine and feminine. It talks about your crown chakra and your third eye. It talks about your intuition. Either this is plain and simple, just a Pisces who was part of your past, who brought you pain, or it is your intuition that is being buried. Sometimes when we're in pain, we start working from a surface level. We start looking at things from a very shallow perspective. In order to heal correctly, you need to go deeper. You do want that movement. You're waiting for something, right? Go back to this. I normally don't like to tell people to go back to the past, but the High Priestess is a beautiful energy. It is a quiet energy. It is a very mysterious and secretive energy, but it is a highly intuitive and wise energy. Go back to this. Tap into this. What is your strength? Too many cards. Awakening. Taurus had the same card. Your strength is your ability to see the truth, to see the light at the end of the tunnel, to shake yourself out of a sense of complacency and boredom. It is a judgment call. It is your ability to make that judgment call, keeping in mind all the wisdom that you've gained through this difficult journey that you've been on. I feel like there is something coming about for you that is going to explode all your chakras, not just your top four. I feel like that there's an explosive energy that I'm feeling here. There is almost like a breakthrough. You know how when you're playing pool and I don't know the technical terminology, but you know, the first shot that like breaks apart the triangle, that's what I'm feeling here. It's like something was stuck, but that one shot just explodes everything around you in a very, very good way. There is some kind of truth coming about for you, whether it is in the form of a conversation or it is just an aha moment that comes from within you. There is change coming in a very, very beautiful way for you, Gemini. What's in the immediate future? The awakening card doesn't necessarily just have to be an awakening that happens within you. It could also be an awakening that happens within somebody else towards you. It is a truth that comes to light regardless of who it's coming out for. So if you've been in separation with somebody, or it's a friendship that fell apart, or a family dynamic, I feel like there is a beautiful conversation coming in that is going to light that spark again for some of you. All right, immediate future. The Magician. There you are. Beautiful. The Magician is mercurial energy at its finest. It rules you and Virgo. Give me a minute. Need coffee. The Magician is one of the most powerful archetypes in the tarot. It is somebody who is wise beyond their years. It is somebody who knows exactly how to use all the 4 elements to his or her advantage to create their own reality. There is a sense of ascension happening here for you, Gemini, and it's coming from a very, very intuitive place, considering your astro cards. I feel the Magician can very often be very manipulative as well. I just saw 1111 on my timer. The Magician can be manipulative, but the Magician in this particular deck, you see the roots, you see the branches. This is a very grounded Magician. It is a Magician who is keeping the roots in mind, very, very wise. I feel that if you aren't already, you will be mastering life. I know that's a very powerful statement, but this particular spread that we have for you right here is much more powerful than anything else I have seen for you in the past. Whatever ascension this is, it's coming from pain. Just make sure you don't go back into that dark place. Make sure every single day of your life you are pulling yourself out a tiny bit more so that you can finally reach this sense of powerful awakening. Does that make sense? I feel like you won't have to wait too long. How are you showing up to this reading? The Magician is also a card of manifestation, and since I saw 1111 when I pulled it, if there is anything that you have been manifesting, Gemini, make sure it's coming from an authentic place. Cancer and Pisces are 2 of the most authentic signs in the zodiac. They're very unapologetically them. You know what I mean? There are no airs about these signs. Go deeper. Tap into that water element that we are all born with, and function from that place, and you'll see your manifestations coming in faster. You're showing up as the Devil. You may have heavy Capricorn in your chart, but you are showing up as somebody who is a little stuck. I have been talking about the 10 of Swords and the 6 of Swords and you waiting. I feel like you see yourself as this. I don't see you like this. I see you as the Magician. I see you as an incredibly powerful being, considering you have awakening as well. I feel like you are looking at yourself as someone who cannot move. There is a weight on your shoulder that you are carrying, and you've been carrying on your back for a while. I'm going to get one more card here. I don't usually do this, but the World. Goodness, how I'm getting goosebumps, Gemini. This is so powerful. Look at the major arcana that you've got. Look at that infinity symbol. Death and rebirth. There is something that you're missing. Something that your eye is missing. There is a newborn energy that is dying to come forth for you. Look at the difference in these cards, in the Devil and the World. What is it that you need to release? Is it a person? Is it a thought? Is there a chapter that needs to come to a close so you can finally start operating from a place of the heart, operating from a place of compassion for self? The Devil can keep you very stuck. It is very Saturnian energy. It is a strict grandfather. But for me, this is Fool-like energy, because the World is the last card of the zodiac. It talks about closing out, not the zodiac, the tarot, pardon me. It talks about closing out a chapter and beginning afresh. It's followed by the Fool. The only person keeping you stuck is yourself. Nobody else has that authority on you. What are your external influences? Too many cards. I'm going to pull again. External influences that you may or may not be aware of. The Queen of Pentacles. This could be a mother or a mother figure. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Someone who is incredibly wise, very stable, and knows exactly how to self-love. It's somebody who could give you very sage advice. On the other hand, this could just be a part of you. It could be the wise higher self, the wiser higher self inside you that may be screaming at you to take care of you, to take care of yourself, to nurture, comfort, and protect yourself. The Queen of Pentacles, for me, is that energy of someone, you know how they say in aircrafts, put your oxygen mask on first before helping another. For me, this is that energy. Before you lend that helping hand to somebody else, before you show that compassion to somebody else, make sure you're showing it to yourself first. All right, hopes and fears for Gemini. The Knight of Cups. Some of you may be hoping for an offer. You may be hoping for a declaration of love. It is possible. And if that is the case, I see that coming about for you, because I did mention that during the Awakening card. If this is something that you are manifesting, you have to manifest from an authentic place, Gemini. It cannot be shallow. There is so much depth showing up for you in this reading with all of these water cards. Once you start dipping your toes into your intuition and into your spirituality is when your manifestations, whatever this is, whatever offer you are hoping for, is when it will come about correctly. Potential outcome for Gemini. Oh my goodness, what a good reading. The Ace of Cups. There's love coming in for you, my friend. And how? Look at the amount of water in this reading. It's insane. I mean, if this had showed up for Pisces or Cancer, I'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, it suits you. This is not your energy. But I feel like once you start embracing all of this water in your chart, you're going to grow, you're going to evolve. And that love that you've been hoping for is going to come knocking at your door. I'm not asking you to be vulnerable. I'm asking you to keep your heart open. Because there is an energy around you, most certainly, that wants to come about. Learn from the pain. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Don't be naive. But keep that beautiful heart of yours open. Bottom of the deck. 4 of Wands, Page of Cups, the Moon, 5 of Wands, the Chariot, King of Pentacles, Temperance, 2 of Wands. There is an emotional fulfillment. There is a milestone coming about for you. This could be higher commitment, it could be engagement, it could be marriage, it could be whatever. But it is something that is going to bring you immense satisfaction. Just don't swim against the current. Go with the flow. That's what I'm getting here. All right, let's get you a couple of tea leaves. Mountain, major challenge to overcome, and I feel like you're doing that beautifully. The 10 of Swords is the most painful card in the deck, and you overcoming that so wonderfully is success. Sorrow over a loss. I feel like you've already been through this. Rat, someone working against you behind your back. What do you need to release, Gemini? Ask yourself that. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Come on. That is literally this fat blob right here. You are emerging as very sage-like, if I may say so. There is a wisdom that is developing here that has stemmed from a lot of pain, but That is what is going to make it sustainable, because you're never going to want to feel that kind of pain again. You know what I mean? All right, let's get you a couple of charms to close this off. Oop. We have O and F. These could be your initials, could be initials of someone you're dealing with, doesn't have to be. We have dream. Make sure you keep your heart open. Nothing is impossible. I'm going to put this right on top of the Magician. And let your heart be light. Give yourself wings. I feel like you've been through enough, and with all of these birds and boats showing up, there is a sense of freedom that needs to come about. I feel like your heart wants to just flutter. It wants to remove the heaviness. It wants you to remove the weight off your shoulders. Allow it. Alright, that was your reading, Gemini. I hope it helped you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.